And let's bring on the yellow jacket. Fans, at this time, we would ask that you please rise and pay tribute to our freedom and those who protect it with the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, the Division II Conference Commissioners Association.
And we'd like to welcome everyone to Lake and Ray Field at Dickerson Stadium on the beautiful campus of West Virginia State University as the West Virginia Wesleyan Bulldogs face off against our very own West Virginia State University Yellow Jackets. And it's homecoming. And you can feel the energy in the stands and around campus for this anticipated matchup between the Wesleyan Bulldogs and the Yellow Jackets. It's a brisk, beautiful fall day here, and this should be a great game. Of course, I'm Justin Walker.
I'm Anthony Pittman.
And we are your student commentators. And it should be a great game. Wesleyan coming in, setting at 0-5. State coming in, setting at 3-2. Still playoff hopes alive for West Virginia State University. Rebounding well after that devastating loss to Notre Dame. They went up to Addison Broadus last week. Played in just a nasty weather game with that hurricane coming in. It was a rough kind of going game for first three quarters, but State managed to pull away, finished off, I think, 38-3 that game. So, of course, Wesleyan looking for their first win of the season. Hopefully they're going to try to spoil our homecoming, so we'll see how that plays out. But as always, we're here at Dickerson, Lake and Ray Field at Dickerson Stadium. Waiting for the captains to take the field. And some notable storylines going into this game. West Virginia State's defense, which is one of the top in the country, is banged up. We've got Jeremiah Covington-Griggs, which is a name, if you watch us frequently, that I call a lot. He is out for the game. Also, Jalen Jones, the other side of that pass rush, is out for the game. So I talked to the coaching staff, and also, Hakeem Abraham is out for the game as well, which is a big-time secondary player for the Yellow Jackets. Talking with the coaching staff, though, they're saying they're looking for a big game from number 9, Corlin Witcher. Hoping he steps up, next man up mentality. Of course, this has been one of the best pass rushes in the country.
Absolutely. It's definitely a next man up mentality. It's a good week for it. I mean, you kind of see the record, but you don't let that record play to your level, or nor do you lower the level because of that record.
No, not at all. It's you win them on the field, you lose them on the field. What looks like before the game means nothing. What matters is what happens between the hash marks.
Absolutely. But definitely a nice turning out for homecoming week. Great to see alumni back in town and having fun and celebrating with each other.
Was dotted Hall of Fame up. Mama Howard is in the stands.
Absolutely. She's got that purple tint on her hair.
She's getting the crowd ready to go. She's basically our unofficial mascot here at State.
That's
what she is. It's her and Stinger, man.
Absolutely.
It's her and Stinger.
This is her part-time job.
It's
just every time you see her, she just loves and laughs, loves and smiles. I think that might be a motto she's got hung up somewhere in her house. Nate's whipping it.
So as I said, coming into this game, State is one of the best defenses, not only in the division, but also in Division II NCAA. They're ranked 15th in pass rushing right now, and number 1 in the Mountain East Conference. They average anywhere from 3.5, 3 to 4 sacks a game. 3.5 is what their official average is per game. So we see that, hampered by injuries today, though. So we're going to see how that plays out.
I don't think it's going to play a factor. I think we got enough. I think we got enough step up. It will be just fine. But as you said, though, next man up mentality. You got to have it.
And then on the offensive side of the ball, of course, we've got the two-headed running game. Sometimes 3, but we got Travis McAdoo and Joe Fielder. Joe Fielder had a monster game last week against Addison Broadus, clocking in over 160 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns. Career day for the young man.
He was playing.
So we look for that to continue. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. West Virginia Wesleyan.
With the kickoff. And making something happen. He's up to the 30. Keeps going, working upfield, almost to the 40-yard line.
Yeah. If not, I'll give him 38. He's right there near it, but he found a crease and tried to take advantage of it. Absolutely.
Kickoff taken by Quentin Williams. Knocked out of bounds by Edwards. First and 10 from the state 38.
And handoff from State. Usually you see State deferring for the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. We're feeling pretty good then.
Of course, Donovan Riddick back in the gun. He's thrown for over 700 yards so far this season.
Rolling.
Looks like there was some movement up front.
Yeah.
Flags.
Second. Ooh.
Could be a
Did he
free
get that?
play.
Yes, he did get a foot in.
Yes, he did.
Tough catch. There is a flag down though.
Offsides. Defense, number 59. That will be declined. Results of the play, first down.
First down for the Yellow Jackets. Riddick out of the gun, calls for the ball. Another handoff. Travis McAdoo finds a seam up the field. Nice 7, 8, 9 yard pickup there for Travis McAdoo. Riddick back in the gun, kind of a high snap, hands the ball off.
Can he get to the outside? He's out.
He's out.
Good run. 2 back-to-backs. Yes, I think he's going to keep going from last week.
I mean, I think that's McAdoo actually, not Fielder.
Yeah.
But I mean, I believe, honestly, McAdoo has about, I think both of them are sitting at over 300 yards. I want to say on the season, Travis has about 30 yards more than Joe. Of course, Joe missed a game due to a minor injury against Notre Dame.
Yes, he did.
Riddick hands the ball off, finds a seam,
He's
still
gone.
running into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
He came in and he just handled business. Yeah.
Big time run, big time touchdown to cap the first drive off. State moved the ball basically unabated that time.
Yeah, I was free will. Let's see if West Virginia Wesleyan comes back with something. Hey, you guys bring a Coke up for me?
I did.
You want it?
Very good.
A little too dark soda for me. Appreciate you. Yeah, feel good.
State takes the lead early. You hear the homecoming crowd erupt on that touchdown.
Yeah, this crowd is I think it's going to actually pick up a lot more still. It's still, what is it, 104? I think it's going to pick up a whole lot. So,
of course, now we get to see that highly touted State defense take the field.
yeah, see if West Virginia Wesleyan can answer. Possible considering he did where those guys are out, but we'll see how they come and react.
We have some key components of that defense definitely not taking the field today, so
We're going to be in for a good one then.
slips on the recovery there, but still tries to make some way up the field. Gets a nice return, almost to the 30-yard line. I think he was out of the 35.
Woods takes the kickoff. First and 10 Bobcats on their own 20.
Bobcats setting up shop on their own 20-yard line. It's Nathan Payne under center for the Bobcats. Hands the ball off. Gets a nice little push up the field there. 4 yards.
Tomlinson on the carry.
And that was Tomlinson on the carry.
Joyce and Witcher on the stop.
Witcher managed to get the stop there. Talking to the coaching staff before the game, they said that they expected him to step up with the injuries to the defensive line for the Yellow Jackets.
I'm interested to see how well they step up throughout the whole game.
And you know, they're losing depth as well. I mean, when you've got that many guys out on the defensive line, you got to wonder how it's going to play out on long drives, how it's going to play out as the game carries on. Nice run from the Bobcats.
Oh, that's a big running back. What's that, 6? What was that guy right there?
I believe that was Tomlinson, number 5.
5? My eyes are deceiving me.
Might be.
Yeah, you're right. That is 5. You got that roster?
I've got got that, and then I have. They're too deep right there.
I gotcha. I'm overlooking them.
Payne in the gun. Looking downfield, goes through his progressions. And his receiver just couldn't get the ball. Threw a little bit behind his receiver. Tried to make the adjustment. Could not get there with the one-handed catch. And that will bring up the punting team for West Virginia Wesleyan.
Javon Tomlinson. I think I'm saying it right. Tomlinson,
I believe it. Yeah, that's.
Excuse me if I'm not, but number 5.
So this will bring up a punt, which is what you want to see if you're a Yellow Jackets fan. 3 and out from the Yellow Jackets defense, even with the injuries.
It's a high kick.
High kick, but not very good on distance, given the Yellow Jackets' great field position.
Timeout. Media, timeout.
Timeout coming. There's a lot of the thing about homecoming I really like is I get to see all these gold jackets, and here at West Virginia State, them gold jackets mean you're in the Hall of Fame.
It's a great honor to be in the Hall of Fame. We've had some great sports. We've had some great athletics over the years here.
And it's just, you see all these gold jackets, and you really don't know what it means until you ask them, and then you understand, like, okay, you guys handled business while you were here. Myself.
Former South Charleston standout?
Yeah. Now, I want to say Atlanta part owner of the WNBA team.
I graduated from South Charleston, so I was able to follow her career.
Oh, that's dope. So definitely shout outs to her and continue the greatness she's got on her career. But
and of course Donovan back in the gun. 4 wide receiver set.
Let's see what he's coming with.
Fakes the handoff. Breaks loose. Kind of a broken play. Makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. He was looking for his wide receiver, and they had good defense.
I think there was a miscommunication there as to, because the running back didn't sell the run. He kind of just stood up there, didn't pick up the block, didn't sell the run. So I think there was a miscommunication on that play. Reddick looking at the sideline for the play. Two running backs. Quick toss. Up the field.
Ooh, good tackle.
It was a great tackle.
Good tackle. I like these black uniforms.
Oh, I mean, the shine of the helmet.
Yeah. Is that
Both these teams look amazing. Both these uniforms, you know.
well taken care of?
Calls for the ball, fakes the handoff, goes through his progressions, finds his man. Couldn't get to the reception, though. The ball was a laser coming out of his hands.
Absolutely.
That will bring up the punting team of State. Good defensive stand for the Bobcats there. Ball's almost at midfield.
Low snap.
Low snap, almost bobbled it.
Kind of muffed that one.
Muffed it, but a pretty decent, favorable bounce for State.
Yeah, I want to say 27-ish, maybe.
Right about, I believe, yeah.
Yeah, you muff it and you still get it down. I'll accept it.
It's a lucky, favorable bounce. Of course, we haven't seen much pressure on the quarterback, so, I mean, we'll see how that plays out, which is kind of a rarity for this defensive front for State.
Yes, that's true.
Let's go, D!
Calls for the ball, fakes the handoff, looks downfield, has a man deep,
Yes, he does.
and a great reception for the Bobcats.
And that's what you talked about. Is that one of our step-ups, number 3? Who's that guy? Yeah, number 3.
Abraham is out.
I believe so. Number 3 is Job Martin. He's a freshman. True freshman.
Great field position for the Bobcats. Payne looking downfield, finds his man, gets, big time hit.
Good catch and big time hit.
Calling for the penalty was the receiver, but no flags on the field.
What I liked about it is he hung onto the ball after it.
I have to disagree with the receiver. I mean, that looked like that was perfectly in the tackle box. Just a great hit. Still, I mean, a great reception as well. Was able to hold on to the ball. So
You were right. Shoulder right to his what would you say?
it was a tackle ball. I mean, it
Yeah.
was perfect. I mean, I think he might have been saying it was a blind side, but he kind of turned into the hit. So we could see a score from the Bobcats here. You can see that pass rush is hampered, and it looks like it was a fake double reverse.
So our computer's trying to talk to us a little bit.
.4 yards for the Bobcats. It's going to set up 2nd and 6.
Thank you, Miss Pam.
See Stinger getting into the game here. Had a chance to talk with him before the game. He said he's not a fan of air raid offenses.
I got to get to know who Stinger is.
And another handoff for the Bobcats. Way to find a seam up the middle. You can see where that hampered defensive line is. You can see that they're attacking up front and quick.
Yes, they are.
That was Witcher on the tackle. Again, talk to the coaching staff before the game. They were expecting a big play out of him. They're expecting him to step up, which brings up 3rd down. And this is, what we've seen in the past is the bend, don't break defense from State.
We've seen them. What was that? They stopped twice back to back off 2 long drives. Right in the red zone, but it's 3rd and 3. Let's see what we can get out of this.
And hands the ball off again. Tries to find a seam. No, it was a fake. Gets it out of his tight end.
Good play. Good play.
And I think it's a touchdown for
It's
Wesleyan.
gonna be a touchdown. They pushed it. Yes.
And this is what I was saying. You win them, you lose them on the field. There is nothing a team wants more to come in and run homecoming
Absolutely.
for another team, especially in this hard-fought division.
A team with nothing to lose is kind of like one of the worst teams to play.
Even that, coming in 0-5, and just in the last, I think, 4 weeks, 11 games in the MAC have been decided by 7 points or fewer. So this is still a competitive division any way you cut it, even if you're facing a team that is 0-5 like the Bobcats.
Yeah, that's definitely, yes.
Dance or something. Show me some moves. You can't dance.
And the extra point is good. Fairmont was the team.
Fairmont?
Yep, Fairmont was where we saw that they had those long drives and they were able to stop them and get turnovers. This defense is highly touted. It's one of the top in the country in Division II.
Yeah. They've definitely put their pieces in the right spot and just bought in together.
And of course, it's just homecoming. There's nothing better. I mean, it's being a student here, the energy around campus, just the fun atmosphere, the alums coming back. I mean, it's nothing's better. I mean, you've probably heard me say it countless times. There's nothing better than college football.
Yeah.
You have an emotional, from top to bottom, you have an emotional investment in these teams that you don't normally have with pro teams. It's beautiful.
Yes, it is. What happened?
See what's going on here. We have a little stall in the action. Looks like nothing major. Just getting everything situated there.
Was it 7-7 and
7-7.
7 on the clock?
Nice kickoff. Great air time, great distance. Fielded by State. Tries to make something happen, cuts up the field, gets across, gets to the 40.
He put his foot in the ground and tried to cut up and get out of there.
Just a great return.
I mean, our crowd's just, they're walking in about like, usually you see like small groups walk in, you get a little bunch here, bunch there, but I mean, the
stands
crowds
are
just
filling up.
walking in.
It's going to get loud here very soon. I mean, that's one thing I'll say about, especially the alums for State. I mean, they get vehement fans of the Yellow Jackets. They want to see a win here today. That is for sure.
Yeah.
Riddick back in the gun, hands the ball off.
Good read.
No,
good tackle.
going. Yeah, just a great gang tackle from the Bobcats.
See, the thing with having a team 0-5, you give them any type of light, it can turn into a very bright light for them.
Well, not only that, there's nothing to lose for this team. I mean, they're playing,
Absolutely.
carefree football.
Yeah, as I was saying, these are one of the kind of teams you want to play and you don't want to play because you see their record and it's like, all right, we know we can
Riddick takes
beat them.
off, gets some daylight up the field, cross to the 50, slides. Just a smart play from the young man.
Yes, it was.
Way to get the first down. Way to get your team back into the thick of it. And we, countless times again, I talk to coaches from opposing teams. They have to scheme around Donovan Riddick, and you see why. And Riddick back in the gun, going through his reads. Oh, gets taken off his feet.
That's a dead ball.
That is a dead ball. The pocket just collapsed on that play for the Yellow Jackets. Back in the gun. And finds a crease up the middle. Gets a good 4-yard pickup. Which will bring up third down for the Jackets. And that was McAdoo on the carry. Just a great two-headed running machine for the Jackets. Between McAdoo and Fielder. And finds a man deep. Oh, just overthrew his receiver.
He was streaking down the field for that one.
Man, if you don't die for that next touchdown, you better like end.
Brings up 4th and 8. Brings the punting team out for the Jackets. Of course, you know what we've seen so far from this season from the Yellow Jackets, they are a second half team.
Yes, that is true. It's like it's like Space Jam. They get some of that special water.
Special water.
Ooh, good.
Oh, almost.
Almost. I think he was trying to save that. I would have caught that one.
They tried.
Yes, I would have tried to catch that one, especially on kickoff. Now,
We saw a great drive from Nathan Payne. He was able to just lead them right down the field to get a touchdown.
Yes, he was. Caught a DB in the backfield and got one over the top and punched it in from there. Pass play again.
Going through his progressions. Overthrew his receiver, though. If he could just hit him just a little bit before that, that would have been a big play for the Bobcats. Hit him in stride. There wasn't really anybody around him to make the tackle. And again, you know, that pass rush is kind of hasn't shown up yet with all these injuries.
Good play, good pass. Yes.
You know, West Virginia Wesleyan desperately wants that first win of the year. And with depleted state defense, I mean, you know, they're going to be coming in playing hard. Looks like the running back just kind of fell there.
Yeah, like he just laid down. End of the run, right here. But no,
He tried to make a cut and just kind of his legs kind of kicked out from underneath of him there. That was Boyd on the carry for the Bobcats. Brings up 3rd down.
But yeah, I believe Wesleyan's going to give everything they got.
Let's go, T. Make a play. Motion.
We're back in the
Hand
gun.
off.
Tries to hand off, makes something happen, but nothing going for the Bobcats there. Great defensive stand from the Yellow Jackets.
Third and 13. Definitely a pass play coming. DB, get ready.
Trying to make something happen. Payne tries to find something down the sideline, and he does.
Yes, he does.
Flushed out of the pocket.
Putting it down to his wide receiver to keep on running.
It's basically backyard football right there. Got flushed out of the pocket, kept his eyes downfield, found his receiver. Great catch. That was Cooper on the reception. Sitting right now at 5 plays, 45 yards on this drive for the Bobcats. Great field position. Payne getting in the gun, hands the ball off.
Good tackle. Leg tackle, but good tackle.
Barely got back to the line of scrimmage.
Slow motion is better than no motion. Let's see what we got coming here. Pass play. He's reading. He's out of the pocket.
Tries to make something happen, gets downfield.
I'm not gonna lie, this first quarter's rolling.
It's been a hard-fought first quarter. 3rd and 5 for the Bobcats.
A lot of plays stand in bounds. Handoff.
Tries to get something,
screen.
gets the screen out.
Hey,
Enough for the first down. Gets up almost to the 10-yard line.
he fooled me. Good play.
Another handoff. Tries to get something going. Finds some space in between the tackles. And they'll bring up 2nd and 8.
Running back's breathing a little heavy.
Payne surveying the field. Calls for the ball. Another handoff. Doesn't really get much.
Maybe 1 yard or 2, if so.
Just about. So they're calling a 2-yard rush there. Brings up 3rd down. And 4 for the Bobcats. Payne looks like he's changing the play at the sideline, or changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Looking to the sideline for the play.
Kind of big quarterback, would you say? Kind of maybe.
6'2", 220.
Yeah.
Payne calls for the ball, looking downfield, has a receiver, gets his man in, almost stops him at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, he took a shot and still got the ball out.
That was Cooper. They'll bring up 1st and goal.
Did he get in?
And I believe he got in for the touchdown.
They're setting short. Yeah, they're setting short. It's a 2nd down.
2nd down, he must be 2nd in inches.
Gotta be.
And that will bring our first quarter to a close here at Lake and Rayfield at Dickerson Stadium. course, so close to a score are the Bobcats.
Yeah, they're not in the end zone. They're at it.
I mean, we knew it was going to be hard for the State's defense coming into this game as banged up as they are. Of course, on the flip side, like I said, next man up mentality. On top of that, they're hoping that their offense can pick up the slack as well, coming off that big game against Anderson Broadus last week.
Oh, absolutely. But next up, I mean, this is your time. This is your time to shine.
I mean, the Yellow Jackets put up over 327 yards on the ground last week against Anderson Broadus. Like I said earlier, led by Joe Fielder with 161 yards. He averaged 9.5 yards per carry.
The guys he knows how to play football.
I mean, you basically have to fall in to get the touchdown, and
Wow, they kind of walked in.
I mean, there wasn't much to go.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't, but
Touchdown for the Bobcats. Just waiting for the extra point. That brings our score to West Virginia Wesleyan 13, West Virginia State 7. 14 minutes and 58 seconds into the second half, or second quarter, I mean.
yes, that kick is good.
Kick is definitely good. I think he cleared the fences into the woods there.
Yep, that one adds to the one that went up on the.
No, it bounced off the fence line there.
Really?
Yep.
I thought we was gonna have one that added to the one that went on top of the complex.
I noticed the lining is a little bit more taut there from what it was.
Yeah. Kind of stretched it all the way together now, huh? 14-7, Wesleyan is in the lead. Soon to kick off to West Virginia State.
It was a 13-play, 80-yard drive from West Virginia Wesleyan.
Yeah, like I said, slow motion is better than no motion. If you can continue to pinch yards and get a big play here and there while you're doing that, you'll find a red zone.
Kickoff for the and a beautiful kickoff from Wesleyan. It's fielded by State.
State's like they keep showing potential.
Still moving. Gets pushed out right at the 30-yard line.
They keep showing potential to return a kick, but it just hasn't happened yet.
State's offense coming back out in the field. Right now, they've just been trading touchdowns pretty much.
Yeah. Like you said, State's a second-half team.
It's true. The way the defense for State has looked, you don't really want to not score on this drive, though. I mean, they've, Wesleyan's kind of moved the ball. Big-time run from Fielder.
Yes, it was.
Kind of cut outside, then came back in, found a seam, hit the field, and just, moved the chains on that play.
He's a tough guy.
Running with authority.
Absolutely.
Running. The first down, hands the ball off again. Finds another seam up the field. Still on his feet. Still fighting for every single inch. And finally goes down. That looked like a WWE wrestling match is what that looked like.
The way they were fighting, absolutely.
You
could tell who skipped leg day and who doesn't.
Just moving the hole. When Joe Fielder runs the ball, he runs with authority. There is no way around that. He's a downhill runner, And it takes, the first man's not going to tackle him.
No. I think that was, I want
Fakes
to
the
say,
handoff. Riddick looking downfield. Tries to make something happen. There was a flag on the play.
oh, he's out of there.
He was out of there.
Oh. Wow.
Just a way to use his legs. I mean, looked like he was brought down. We're going to wait from the call from the judge, though. Holding.
Offense. That
10-yard
hurts.
penalty. First
Man, I
down.
thought he
Does
was
hurt.
tackled.
Wasted motion. I mean, that's you can see the athleticism on display for the young man right there.
Correction.
Wesleyan's getting a
Second
lot
down.
of pressure on that interior line right now.
Wesleyan stepping up.
They want this win. I mean, nothing would be sweeter than to come in on homecoming and get your first win.
Ruin another team. Ruin your opponents.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing better.
Homecoming. It's kind of like,
Hey, we're not supposed to.
is that a flag there?
That was
Yeah.
pass. He mugged him. That was Barry Hill in the reception. He just got basically mugged on the
Yes, he
on the
did.
reception. And really,
Holding. Defense, number 25. 10-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
No pass interference.
no, it looks like it's 15-yard variety. Wait for the call from the. They bring up the Yellow Jackets first down. I believe it was actually holding. I think it was a 5-yard penalty.
Gotcha. Let's see what's going on.
And another beautiful handoff. Fielder with room up the field. Look at that. Just making a miss. That time he didn't lower the shoulder. Just some great cuts in and out there. Made two defenders miss.
Yes, he did. Kept going to the outside.
Showing his versatility. Which, what that's going to do is that's going to open up the passing game.
Run, pass.
Tries to run again. That time, now you see the strength of the young man.
I always like watching running backs run the ball when they get behind one of them big offensive linemen and they sit down behind them and just hide, and then finally find a crease and try to sneak through it.
McAdoo was checked into the game. That's the advantage of having this two-headed running style that State uses. You've always got a fresh back in there, and both of them are great at what they do. Thanks to the handoff, the pass gets bobbled.
We got third and eight.
3rd and 8, manageable down.
Can run, pass, pick your poison. How things is turning out.
Got Donovan Riddick looking at the sideline, getting the play. State's offense actually moving kind of slower than what it normally does a little bit. They're actually, they run basically no huddle, but moving almost like a normal offense today to begin with.
Yeah.
Oh, containment breaks down. Riddick makes it happen with his feet. Tries to get to the outside. Still on his feet. Across the 30 to the 20. Gets pushed out of bounds.
You are right. That Riddick kid is.
Oh, yeah.
You are right.
That was turning nothing into something right there. Made the first defender miss. It was, saw a crease up the field and took it. And it paid off. Donovan back in the gun, calls for the ball. Tries to make something happen. Nice little shuttle play. Finds a crease up the field. Touchdown, West Virginia State University. Shades of Patrick Mahomes. Just nice. You saw the quickness in his feet. Gets the shuttle pass off.
That play right there. That's sneaky.
You're almost baiting the defensive ends in, and then once they're on the quarterback, just boop.
See ya.
Yep.
Right down the middle.
The shuttle pass. And with the extra point, it is all knotted up. With 12 minutes remaining, and that was a quick scoring drive from West Virginia State University. That was 7 plays, 70 yards. Only 2 minutes and 47 clicks off the clock on that.
Yes, it was 12:03 on the clock.
You know, we're talking about the Hall of Fame inductees and the Hall of Fame, and it's great just seeing these Yellow Jackets just dotted all over the field.
That's a $50,000 check right there.
It is.
That is quite a donation. Not saying that 10,000 check that didn't come wasn't a quite donation, but 2 in one day. That's 60,000.
Love to see it.
Absolutely. Appreciate the alumni giving back. That's when you know you got something going, some good still going.
It's just, you know, there's and again, I say this all the time, not to diminish any other team or anything like that, but or school I should say, but I mean there's a great atmosphere here at West Virginia State University. Beautiful kickoff, great air time. Oh, it's picture perfect. Tries to make something happen, but just State's special teams just encloses on them. And that's one thing I've seen step up over the last few weeks has been that special teams play.
Absolutely. I was just going to touch on that. They definitely are stepping up.
Well, they know the defense, you know, you're seeing big plays from the offense, big plays from the special teams. They know right now their defense is banged up.
Yeah. So you got to step on up because you know their offense is going to come with it.
You know, we haven't seen a sack yet, which is kind of uncommon. We haven't seen very much pressure on the quarterback either, so.
I'll say it'll probably show one in the second half.
Nathan Payne gets the ball off.
Is that a fumble?
I believe it's an incomplete pass. I don't think he had a complete move at all.
Oh.
Very close, though.
Very, very close.
Nathan Payne has been pretty good in the start of this game. Seven for 9, 77% completion rating, 136 yards and 1 touchdown with a 40-yard completion. So he's been, you know, just big time.
Man,
finds his man downfield.
That was a pick.
Contested.
That was
almost. Great defensive play from the back there.
Yes, it was.
Actually, both the receiver and the back, both of them got their head around. No incidental contact. Just great football right there. There's a flag back near the line. I think they're going to call holding.
Yep.
Which is what you don't want to see on a pass play. That hurts the Bobcats offense. Payne back in the gun. Looking downfield, finds his man.
Ooh.
Gets the ball off. Another big-time hit.
I watched that one come down. Ooh. Great game, great catch, and another way to hold on to the ball after the hit.
That's one thing I'll say is, you know, the receivers, for as hard as the defensive backs for State have been hitting, the receivers for Wesleyan have been holding on to those footballs.
Absolutely. Fatigue will play a part if that continues to happen.
You get to the point where you start hearing footsteps across the middle.
That's what I always hate about playing football. If I had to go across the middle, I always took a second look to make sure there wasn't no
timeout. West State,
and
their first timeout of the
gonna
first half.
Come down and lay a good hit on you. So I always would take a second look just to make sure.
Fans, just to let you know, West Virginia State University soccer team is back at Lake and Ray Field tomorrow, Sunday, October 9th. They will take on the Battlers of Addison Broadus. The kickoff is at 6 p.m.
Is that the old running back coach Wilson?
Potentially.
I think so. Down there talking to the women's head basketball coach.
Payne back in the gun, finds his man. Nice play across the middle, gets it to his tight end.
They found their sweet spot right in the middle.
Matriculating up the field. You hear me say it all the time. It means slowly moving. And that's been the key to Wesleyan's offense.
Good tackle.
Great tackle for loss.
Great pursuit to the ball.
It was Parker for State stepping up. You're going to start hearing me call names you don't normally hear for this defense. We've got a lot of injuries out there right now.
That's the truth.
Which kind of works, it really, honestly, in the long run will benefit State because you've got guys that are going to get experience out there today.
That's the main thing about it. You're going to get some guys that usually don't get this much playing time, get playing time, and see what they're really made about.
Another handoff, way to find the seam. Big time run, still on his feet. Great second effort by the tackler. Way to hold on.
Yes, that's a little bowling ball.
Way to hold on from the defender. I mean, he got basically stood up to begin with, but he didn't stop fighting.
Kept his feet moving.
That brings up third down. 3rd and 1. You gotta assume they're just going to just run the ball. They've had their most success on the ground.
Yes, and right across the middle. Absolutely. Yeah.
It's a great way to attack, Mumpy. Our defensive line is depleted. We got a lot of young guys in there up front. Tries to hand the ball off. Fakes the pass. Oh, barely gets it. Just a great second effort from the running back. It's going to bring up first down for the Bobcats. Payne back in the gun. Going through his progressions. Starting to get some pressure on him. Tries to make something happen. Gets flushed out of the pocket. Looking downfield. Gets the ball off. Overthrows his receiver.
He took a deep drop step.
He did.
That was maybe, 7, 8 step?
You know, given normal circumstances, that might have been the nail in the coffin for this drive. I think luckily for Wesleyan, we have a lot of guys out right now. But still, State was able to get pressure on him.
Maybe it's just because he's 6. I got to watch this guy's steps. I mean, to me, that just looked like
he went very far back.
Yeah.
He went very, very far back on that. But at the same time, there's pressure as soon as the ball was snapped. So
right.
I think that's what he was trying to get something going there. Gets the ball off quickly. Oh!
They're coming right. It's like
I mean, the secondary has stepped up.
Nicholas Fannin, freshman.
That was a big hit from the freshman.
Yes, you are a freshman.
That's what we were talking about. The secondary has just been hitting hard.
Yeah, I think that's his second one.
I think they know that their big hog mollies on the defensive line are out.
Way to step up.
Getting pressure. Oh, nice. Nice way for Payne to stay in the pocket, keep his eyes downfield, and find his receiver. First down for the Bobcats. First down for the Bobcats. Kind of took the wind out of the stands as well there.
Yeah. I mean, this crowd is still joining.
Payne surveying the sideline. Ball's hiked, hands the ball off. Great heads-up play from the defense. And fans like to thank our sponsors, Covert Insurance, Gino's Spaghetti and Gino's Pizza and Spaghetti House, Tudor's Biscuit World, Go-Mart, Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling, Baird Financial, and of course Cookout. And Payne back in the gun, 0 back set. All alone, looking downfield, has his receiver, takes the underneath, gets something going, still running. So far, 10 plays, 40 yards for the Bobcats. Movement up front. Could be a free play. I think that's what Payne is expecting. Maybe encroachment.
Offside. Defense, number 33. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Hey guys, it's Glenda.
Let's go, D. Please. No score. They're 0-5.
Bobcats, hands the ball off. Still fighting for yards. You've seen this again. I mean, it's kind of the tell of the tape so far is the Bobcats have been able to move the ball slowly but efficiently. With 6 minutes and 50 seconds left in the second quarter. It was Jackson on the carry.
You know why we got on red? Why we got some accent of red?
The guys wearing the red gloves are in the same fraternity.
Ah.
Yep. Being homecoming week, I
got a touchdown.
I believe touchdown for the Bobcats. So let's see if State can answer. We knew coming in. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'll say we knew coming in the defense for State was depleted.
Absolutely.
And you can see that playing out on the field.
6:25 left on the clock.
Especially for a defense that usually gets tougher as the team gets closer to the end zone. You're not really seeing that right now. You're not seeing those heavy pressures. You're not seeing the big defensive plays. Almost blocked, but got off.
Extra point by Sakati is good.
Timeout. Media, timeout.
So the Bobcats have taken the lead, 21-14. Still plenty of time left in the first half. And with homecoming, it's just a lot of energy, a lot of emotion out there. You definitely don't want to give this game up, though, especially to an 0-5 team.
You definitely don't. I kind of zoned out just watching people meet and greet people. But
yeah, it's a beautiful atmosphere. The stands are full here at West Virginia State University right now.
Yeah, I'm just watching people as they're trying to find a spot to sit down.
Stands are definitely full.
But no, yeah, you definitely don't want to lose a game. Not any game, homecoming night, and then on top of that, definitely not to a team that's 0-5. Not saying the team is that, but record speaks for itself.
It does. I mean, as I said, it's still a competitive conference. I mean, you win them on the field, you lose them on the field. But going into the second half, I mean, for whatever reason it is, you special water or just mentality, State is definitely a second half team. I mean, with State's defense depleted the way it is, this might be a who has the ball last kind of scenario.
Yeah, might be another in the last 2 minutes. See what happens.
We've seen some barn burners here.
Good kick.
Beautiful kick.
He got it. He got all his leg into that one. No, if I get a gold jacket, I might not ever take it off.
Riddick back in the gun. 4 wide receiver set. Hands the ball off. Fielder trying to find a seam. Finds something going. Gets up the field. Cross the 40-yard line. Couple more defenders and he could have been to the house.
Yes.
Like I said, coming off that monster game against Addison Broadus.
I'm ready to see my guy number 1, Barry. I'm ready to see him get a couple attempts towards him.
The way Fielder's running, another just downhill run.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely not saying don't take it away from somebody who's got the show rolling. Absolutely don't do that. But there's gonna come a time.
When you gotta wonder when they start cheating, when you start seeing the back start cheating up, that's when you gotta wonder when they're gonna take a shot downfield.
Yep.
Brings up 2nd and 4. I mean, it's offensive play caller's dream. Full playbook open. Hands the ball off again. Finds another seam.
That's a first down.
I believe it is. Right across the first down marker.
Timeout. Injury timeout.
Injury timeout on the field. So far on 9 attempts, Joe Fielder has rushed for 83 yards. He's right now averaging 9.2 yards a carry. That's next level.
That guy rutted.
Whether you play NCAA Division II or Division I, that is next level.
However you see it.
Yeah. A Yellow Jacket injured on the field. Can't tell who it is. It's Fielder again. He's banged up for a couple games. You don't want to see that. And he's limping hard. You definitely don't want to see that.
He's just got a little twist. They'll tape him up.
See what's going on here. It might be a hip flexor.
Yeah, that too.
But it doesn't look like the staff are. See what the staff do here. If he takes his helmet off, or is he just trying to catch his breath? He's standing on the sideline, so that's a good sign. I believe it might just be a hip flexor.
Yeah. Hopefully. Hopefully nothing crazy.
We'll see. So McAdoo checks into the game. Donovan Riddick in the gun. 4 wide receiver set. Hands the ball off and doesn't miss a beat. Thunder and lightning. Of course, Fielder being the thunder part of that. McAdoo being the lightning just brings the rain every time.
Absolutely. Didn't miss a beat.
Thunder and lightning just bringing the rain every time. Didn't miss a beat. Big time first down. Trying to make something happen. And if they're thunder and lightning, I mean, I guess you call that the storm surge because you still got run game from Donovan Riddick.
We've just seen three different people run the ball for 10+ yards back to back.
Shades of 2007 WVU Mountaineers is what that looks like. If anybody's familiar, yeah.
Was that with Tavon?
I think Tavon was the next year, but I was thinking Schmidt, Slayton, and White. But I mean, still. Yeah. Just.
I'm a little ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, just shades of that. That we're gonna run the ball, and if you can't stop us, you can't stop us.
That's it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Jones is checking the game. Just a keeper from Riddick. Find some space in the middle of the field.
You know what I think they're doing? I think it's kind of more so like you score, we scored, then all right, we don't want you to score, we're going to score.
I mean, they're trying to take as much. I mean, whether they're trying to take time off the clock or whatever there is they're trying to do. Of course, for rarity, State doesn't get the ball at the half, so we'll see how that plays out. But Riddick, there's been a
timeout. West Virginia State. Their second timeout of the first half.
I'd like to remind everyone, fans, the West Virginia volleyball team is back at the Walker Convocation Center on Tuesday, October 11th. They will take on the Hilltoppers from West Liberty. The first serve is set for 7 p.m.
We aren't looking for just any college students. We want passionate, curious, hardworking multitaskers. The strongest West Virginians, those who work, parent, and go the extra mile because they wouldn't have it any other way. Those who want professors to know them by name, and those who know that a fast-paced life is best navigated with a family who has your back. We are West Virginia State University, and if this is you, you're one of us.
Hear the band playing in the background. Mama Howard has got a bell in her hand, getting the crowd amped up. Touchdown here.
We got 3:34 left on the clock, 3rd and 2 to go.
Someone calls for the ball. That was Jones finding a crease. It doesn't seem to matter who's running that ball today. They're getting yards. Everyone's eating on the ground today for sure. You got to wonder if they're going to go for that back shoulder jump ball in the corner of the end zone they normally do when they're.
Yeah. I don't see Dylan out there yet.
Oh, that time the run game was stopped by the Bobcats.
Right at the line. Yes, it was.
Maybe went to the well a little too many times. McAdoo is checked back into the game.
Offside somewhere.
Looks like an offsides.
There's that jump ball.
There it is. That doesn't. It'll be a free play. There was movement up front on the Bobcats.
But that's the thing. Was it on offense or defense? Oh, it's on defense.
Yeah, looked like a neutral zone infraction there is what it looked like.
Yeah.
The way Donovan kind of threw the ball was kind of like lack limit. Like, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You got a free play out of it.
I think they're gonna come right back to it. You still got 1-on-1 over here.
You got, I believe so. You still have 1-on-1, but even not, you've got McAdoo. No, McAdoo's checked out of the game. Jones is back as running back.
And then you got Barry on a three-sided up top. You got your options here. We got 10 and 2.
And also Riddick. You also got Riddick possibly to run the ball as well.
Yeah.
Which is what I'm thinking.
QB keeper.
QB keeper. They kind of sniffed it out, but he got a few yards out of it.
Helmet came off.
Got a few yards out of it. I mean, now, you've got a... I believe they can still get a first and goal as well. Unless
they put them down. They put the markers down.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So it's 3rd and goal. The ball looks downfield, gets it. Oh!
Good play.
Good defensive stand. Just a little out of the reach of the receiver. State's going to go off for a field goal. I would have just ran it right there, honestly.
Yeah. That play wasn't bad, but it's a predicament.
They had stuffed them the last 2 run plays, so you kind of have to go for the pass.
Is good.
Now what you need is your defense to come out and stop them. You're going to have the Bobcats come out in a 2-minute drill here.
Yeah.
You got to wonder about, the condition. You see Fielder on the sideline talking with staff. Looks like he's about to suit back up. His helmet's off. I don't see training staff around him. So it's probably just a hip flexor, I would say. State's defense, you really need a stop here because, especially with the Bobcats getting the ball, but the way the Bobcats have moved the ball, they haven't exactly moved it quickly either. All of their drives have been, 3, 4, 5 minutes. So it may just run out of time in the middle of the field. Kind of just a war of attrition out there right now. Is what can you give up? What won't you give up? What you don't want to do is give up the big play.
At all. Oh.
That was basically a suplex.
Yes, it was. He picked him right up.
Baker making the stop. Bobcats pick over 1st and 10 on their own 30-yard line.
The 30-yard line. It's not the worst starting field position. It's not the best. Kind of. Not bad for 2 minutes and 5 seconds left. So the clock won't start on every first down. Of course, the clock won't start until they get the ball set. There is no 2-minute warning in college football.
Right. Yep.
So Payne tries to make something happen. Smartly, his receiver gets out of bounds.
They like them plays.
They're very, dink and dunk. Just trying to make, whatever you give us, we'll take it. And without that highly ranked pass rush, it's working out for him.
All right, very patient in the pocket and nothing forced.
You can't be. We're not normally getting the pressure we normally get. They're changing play at the line of scrimmage. In direction from the sideline. Payne calls for the ball. Going for a pass. Tries to make something happen. And first sack of the game. There was a flag, but I believe it's holding on the offense. Which if it is, that's big time for State's defense.
Yes, that will be.
Personal foul. Hands to the face. Defense, number 9. 15-yard penalty, Automatic first down.
15-yard penalty. That was not good for State.
Definitely.
Hands to the face. Not what you want to see, and that was that's the biggest chunk of yardage you might see from their offense.
Yeah.
And that's the first time we've actually seen true pressure on the quarterback, and then to give it up with a little bit of a bonehead play right there doesn't help.
Not once at all. Empty backfield, got to be pass.
Those short passes across the middle.
That's exactly where they're going.
Got trying to get some pass rush going. Flushes Payne out of the pocket, gets the ball off though.
There comes that pressure you were talking about. They're slowly starting to make a way.
They had to bring a lot though to do that.
Yeah.
Normally you step pressure off a 3-man rush.
I think we got to get containment.
They were able to cheat some secondary up and able to get the DBs in on that play to generate pressure. When normally you have 3-man pass rush and that leaves your secondary open, that's where a lot of our turnovers usually take place.
Yep.
Trying to make something happen. Payne trying to survey the field, takes it just out of the hands of his receiver.
I think we need to get like a little more inside on our DBs.
Yeah, another thing he's not doing, he's not really surveying, he's not really looking through his progressions. He's going for his first look. You see his head move once, and then he has his guy. But then again, when all you're getting is 4 or 5 yards per pass, he's got one big pass play for the game. That's it. And that was basically his receiver beat our defender. Everything else has been, duck and dive. So that's a big time stop for State. Almost blocks the punt. Kind of wibbly wobbly. Was going to take a favorable State bounce. Kind of goes the way for the Bobcats.
50s. Ooh.
I was wondering when the clock stopped at 49. So that's you've got 50 seconds. You've got 3 timeouts. 49 seconds. The State, or the score, is West Virginia Wesleyan 21, West Virginia State 17. Another field goal would be great going into the half, making it a 1-point game.
That'll be big.
Touchdown would be even better.
That'll definitely. And then that right there, when you got to kick the ball back to them, put pressure on them a little bit.
See who is running the ball here for State. Fakes the handoff. It's Fielder back in the field. Finds his man.
Big
Here's
time.
Donovan. That was Cunningham on the reception. 38 seconds left on the clock. Riddick calls for the ball. He goes to that high-tempo offense. Finds his man underneath. It's Fielder. Fielder making something happen across the 50 and gets out of bounds. Heads-up play from the young man. Way to not only get yards after the catch, but also managed to get out of bounds. 27 ticks left on the clock. 3 timeouts on the 50-yard line. You couldn't ask for a better situation to get some points before the half.
Stop the clock and off.
Just a great heads-up play. He's still favoring that leg a little bit, though. You can tell it's not a serious injury. But he calls for the ball. They get pressure. And the fielder gets underneath of it. Beautiful cut move. Still running on his feet, rumbling and bumbling down the field. The young man goes.
Timeout.
Gotta think you gotta think they're going to call a timeout right here.
Timeout. West Virginia State. Their final timeout of the first half.
18 seconds left. You're right inside field goal range, right where you want to be. You've got
2 timeouts.
Yeah, you've got plenty of time to take shots down the field. You've got with 2 timeouts left, you can even run the ball.
Hey.
If you're expected to get 7, 8, 9 yards on a run, which Fielder has averaged all game long, you can even run the ball.
you got players that where you can do what you want to do. That's the good side of it.
You have enough time if you get the first down on the run that's going to freeze the clock for a few seconds. I mean, you've got.
Heck, you get a first down, you stop the clock without using your timeout. Yeah.
So I mean, you've got wide open playbook right here.
You got options.
A score before the half would be big time for State. And the ways their defense played going in that last possession, because I mean, really, if it wasn't for the penalty, and then even off the penalty, there was a sack, so that they're starting to get pressure. So the young defensive, the young defensive line is starting to maybe get in the groove here.
Guys are starting to settle in. Here we
For
go.
the ball, looking downfield, has a man, overthrows his receiver. Not sure what he saw there. Maybe there was a miscommunication on the route. Luckily, he threw the ball pretty much over everyone's head there.
Yeah.
12 ticks left on the clock. You're just right outside of field goal range, too.
One explosive play could.
One big play, and you're hitting pay dirt. Calling for the ball, looking downfield. Great reception.
You gonna try it?
I would just call timeout, guys. First down. Spikes the ball. I'm not sure why you would not just call a timeout. Oh, they're out of timeouts.
Yeah.
The WV, for some reason I was looking at the wrong. That was a great heads-up play by Donovan. I thought we had one timeout left. See, if I'd been coaching, we would have got a penalty just now. To a 15-yard penalty, loss of down.
Nah, I'm pretty sure somebody have your back on that one. That kick is up.
Oh, blocked. Great special teams play. Great special teams play.
Whoa.
And that will bring us into the half. I'd like to thank everyone for watching.
You see, the thing with this is I hate teams that get overexcited at halftime.
Hey, you don't want to see that, but we're going into the half. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Please join us back for the second half here at Lake and Rayfield at Dickerson Stadium. Thank you all very much.
We aren't looking for just any college students. We want passionate, curious, hardworking multitaskers. The strongest West Virginians, those who work, parent, and go the extra mile because they wouldn't have it any other way. Those who want professors to know them by name, and those who know that a fast-paced life is best navigated with a family who has your back. We are West Virginia State University, and if this is you, you're one of us.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, will you please direct your attention to midfield as I present to you the 2022 Homecoming Royal Court. Little Miss State is Janelle Love Gillespie. She is being escorted by her parents Joshua Gillespie and Coco Johnson. Little Mr. State is Caleb Bridget. He is being escorted by Caleb and Tina Bridget. Miss State is Corey Brown. Corey is from St. Albans, West Virginia, and she is majoring in sports studies. Mr. State is Jamarcus Marco Williamson. Jamarcus is from Riverdale, Georgia, and is majoring in digital media studies. Miss Senior, Destiny Field. Destiny is from Columbus, Ohio, and she is majoring in business marketing. Miss Junior is Chelsea Thompson. Chelsea is from Ridgeview, West Virginia, and is majoring in nursing. Mr. Junior is Justin David. Justin is from Los Angeles, California, and he is majoring in business administration. Miss Sophomore is Jordan Thompson. Jordan is from Lancaster, California, and is majoring in nursing. Mr. Sophomore, Nigel Moore. Nigel is from Spartanburg, South Carolina, and he is majoring in sports studies. This freshman is Riley Claiborne. Riley is from Wingate, North Carolina, and she is majoring in agricultural business. Mr. Freshman, Devon DJ Boyd. DJ is from Charleston, West Virginia, majoring in computer science. West Virginia State University Student Government Association. Miriam Rawick. Denaya Khan. Samantha Groom. John Fitzpatrick. Sydney Morant. And Cedric Cachetta. Please join me in congratulating our 2022 Homecoming Royal Court. This year's inductees into the WVSU Sports Hall of Fame are Warren Breckenridge Jr., football, basketball, and track. Jermaine King, football. Dava Penny, volleyball, women's golf, and track. Jeff Sokolik, football and track. All two, honorary. Athletic Director, Nate Burton, honorary. Joining the inductees on the field are members of the W Club Sports Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to present the 13th President of West Virginia State University.
Good afternoon. How sweet it is to be here with all these yellow jackets for Homecoming 2022. You look wonderful. Welcome back to your institution, West Virginia State University, a place where we make dreams come true. This is a wonderful time to be a member of the state family. Our university is on the move. And the reason for that is each and every one of you. You are what makes West Virginia State University so special. So I want to thank you for everything that you have done and everything that you will do to help us to move our great university forward. We're adding new academic programs, and next fall we'll bring back men and women's track and field and cross country. So from the bottom of my heart, it is my honor to serve as the 13th president of the best university state in this country, and of course that is West Virginia State University. On the count of three, I want you to join me in saying, "Go State." 1, 2, 3, go State!
At this time, we would like to welcome Alumnus of the Year, Yolande Swells. Now joining President Cage at midfield is Samantha Grooms, President of the Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated New Chapter, for a special presentation. Alpha Kappa Alpha, which was chartered 100 years ago this year here at the university. For 100 years, New Chapter's goal has focused on service to all mankind. New Chapter members have utilized service, sisterhood, and sophistication to continue this mission. It is with this spirit that these sisters have taken the lead to support the university's scholarship efforts to fill the unmet needs of state students. To commemorate 100 years of existence as the first sanctioned sorority on campus, the Alpha Kappa Alphas presented the university a gift of $126,000 during its Scholarship Centennial Gala Thursday night. Congratulations, ladies of the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated New Chapter. Please give a round of applause to the AKAs. Ladies and gentlemen, National W Club President William Billy Lipstone and President Cage are ready to draw the winning ticket for the W Club raffle.
So the winner is Mr. James E. Williams from Dunbar, West Virginia. All right. Second prize is Jeff Good. And third place, Britt Howard.
Congratulations to the winners of the raffle. Now let's give the Royal Court and the W Club another big round of applause as they make their way off the field. And let's get ready to bring on the Yellow Dragons for an exciting second half.
You need that. You didn't realize.
Got more than 2 on the blitz.
You're right.
We aren't looking for just any college students. We want passionate, curious, hard-working multitaskers. The strongest West Virginians, those who work, parent, and go the extra mile because they wouldn't have it any other way. Those who want professors to know them by name. And those who know that a fast-paced life is best navigated with a family who has your back. We are West Virginia State University. And if this is you, you're one of us.
Test. Test.
To Lake and Ray Field at Dickerson Stadium on this gorgeous fall day on the campus of West Virginia State University. What has been so far a pretty heavily contested matchup between these two. I know I said it earlier, you win them on the field, you lose them on the field, and this is a great example. The Bobcats coming in, 0-5 versus a 3-2 State team. So, I mean, the Bobcats have given everything they can in this first half. We'll see if State can. It's really been State's defense. It's really been the telltale here, because both these teams have just kind of went hard on the ground running. So I mean with so many players from State's defense being out, it's just been advantageous for the Bobcats.
Yeah, absolutely.
The nice kickoff, fielded at about the 20, trying to make something happen. And still fighting for every yard. Landed on his own teammate. It was McIntyre on the return for the Bobcats. So now the last time we saw the offense, it stalled out near the middle of the field. The State was able to get the ball back.
Let's see if our second half truthfulness is here on the way.
We expect it. We'll see if we can get any pressure from that front of the Yellow Jackets. It's kind of been null and void.
Oh,
actually,
fumble.
As soon as I said that, it happened, didn't it?
Yeah. Spoke into existence.
I basically did. Great tackle for loss to start off the defensive series for the Yellow Jackets. It was a 3-yard loss for the Bobcats. So the start of the second half, Nathan Payne is sitting at 13 of 19, 68% completion rating. Finds his man, just a great play on the sideline there.
No catch.
No catch.
Seen that DB plant his foot and get back to the ball.
206 yards, 1 touchdown. It's a pretty good play from the quarterback for the Bobcats so far. The bread and butter has been able to run up the seam, basically the middle of the field against the Jackets, with so many players out of that defense. Nationally ranked defense, I mean. Remind everyone watching at home, one of the best defenses in the country. And actually, there's some pressure right there.
Oh, man.
Oh, just hard-fought ball.
He was gone.
The defender, even though he kind of got beat, got his head around on his hand in there just enough to kind of disrupt the ball.
Yes, he
just
did.
enough. Way to save the play. Starting to see some pressure coming from that offense or that defensive line from the Jackets. We've talked about Jeremiah Covington-Griggs is out. Jalen Jones is out. Those two really usually will feed off each other. That's where a lot of our sacks get generated. And kind of a wobbly punt. Takes a favorable bounce. Still going.
It's a good favorable. Ooh.
What was a not so pretty punt turned into a pretty bounce there.
Yes, it did. What was that? To the 9? I mean the 19th?
I believe so.
Wait, I'm lying.
No,
14th.
14, yeah. It's right past the 10. So just what turned out to be a great punt for the Bobcats. And 14-yard line is where they'll set up shop. You got to wonder if they're going to keep running the ball, Passing hasn't really been there for the Yellow Jackets so far in this game. And 4 wide receiver set. Calls for the ball is Donovan Riddick. Finding a crease up the field. Gets a few yards out of it.
Yeah, maybe 2, 3.
I believe that was McAdoo.
Yeah.
Early in the third quarter. Donovan calling for the ball. Oh, tries to make something happen. Pulled down by his arm. Nice defensive stop nice defensive play from the.
No pass is coming here now. Let's see if we can let's make something with it.
Bobcats, go ahead.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, you 3rd and 14. You could try a draw play, but being so close to your own end zone, you're going to probably want to pass the ball.
Yeah, I want that ball away.
Looking through his progressions. Doesn't really, kind of had to come back on the ball. So they'll bring up just kind of traded 3 and outs there, basically is what the two teams did. I think I brought this up earlier, is there's a lot of parity in the Mountain East. Even teams that, come in, like the Bobcats that are 0-5. And they were there, I think, over the last 3, go ahead.
No, finish it.
I was going to say, over the last 3 weeks, you've got, you had, I believe, 11 games settled by 7 points or less in the Mountain East. So.
Yeah. You said they were 0-5, but they don't play like they're 0-5.
No, they want this win. I mean, there's, to come in.
Good kick.
On a game that everyone's expecting you to lose and win at homecoming, at your opponent's homecoming.
Timeout. Media, timeout.
Want to definitely spoil the homecoming for the Yellow Jackets.
I mean, if they can do that, that's big. That's a big momentum swing in your season.
See what happens.
We aren't looking for just any college students. We want passionate, curious, hard-working multitaskers. The strongest West Virginians, those who work, parent, and go the extra mile because they wouldn't have it any other way. Those who want professors to know them by name. And those who know that a fast-paced life is best navigated with a family who has your back. We are West Virginia State University. And if this is you, you're one of us.
Well, sacks, a couple of big plays here and there. I mean, we did have a couple of big plays where they came down and made good tackles.
The one sack was negated by the hands to the face. So, I mean, normally you see multiple big plays from the Yellow Jacket defense. But you can definitely tell that it's banged up. And, Wesleyan knows that coming in. They know this is their chance to get a win. They want to get a win during homecoming. See what happened. Looks like they're cheating up a couple secondary.
Right.
Trying to run.
Ooh.
Hard-fought yardage for the Bobcats. 2-3 yards on the ground. Was Witcher on the stop? Was AJ, our nose tackle, still there? But usually having AJ, having Jalen, and having Jeremiah covering Griggs out there, it's like a 3-man hit squad. Got some pressure, but it was a great play call. Short pass to basically a screen.
Good fight.
Fought for every inch, every yard on that one.
Gave him a first down.
Not enough to move the chains. This is not what you want to see.
No, it is not. Especially not on the second drive.
You've got to wonder what the defensive coordinator for the Yellow Jackets is going to dial up here. trying to get something going because this has been a really lackluster performance from a top-ranked defense, even with the injuries. Bringing extra heat, got some pressure, got the ball off though. He doesn't really, go through his progressions. You don't see a lot of head moving from him. He kind of knows where the ball's going to go before the snap.
Make a one-side read.
Basically. See if this defense can step up here. Hands the ball off. And
tackle.
They do. They shut down the run game that time.
That's a good tackle right there. Straight to the ball. Shoot the gap and find the ball.
That was a tackle for loss. Even if it was just 1 yard, it can make the difference.
Yes, that's a fact. With anything.
See what we got dialed up here. Payne looking, getting pressure on him, flushing him out of the pocket, and there is a sack. I believe that's the first official sack of the game. We wondered when we'd see it.
Yes, here comes that second half. You said it. We said it.
It looks like they brought a defensive back down.
Snuck him in there
to create pressure on that.
Now this is where you don't want to give up a big play after you get a big stop.
No, you don't.
You get aggressive.
You don't. They're expecting. Looks like they're expecting a short pass, trying to get more pressure down the sideline. Not sure that was a catch. Oh, I believe he was out of bounds.
Yeah.
Great defensive stand by the Yellow Jackets. That's normally the way it looks like when they're on defense.
Yeah, you said second half. They get rolling. That's what we in for.
Wait for that young defense to step up.
Is Miss Heather Princess thingy real?
I'm not sure.
The way.
Oh, almost.
Steel kick.
Just a.
Definitely almost a block.
Those are the weirdest punts I've ever seen. They look like they're going to be awful, and then it's like the ball just finds itself near the end of it. It turns out to end up being decent punts every time.
Yeah.
The most efficient and ugliest punting I've ever seen in my entire life at the exact same time.
All in one.
Yeah. Yellow Jackets offense taking the field.
I'm not gonna lie, these quarters are rolling.
They really are. I mean, we're almost halfway through the third quarter. Hands the ball off. Fielder making something happen. Staying on his feet.
He can't get that leg up.
You can tell he's sore.
Yeah.
But even sore, he still made 5 yards.
Yeah. First down. Nah, yeah, you're right. Yeah, he can't get that. Yeah. That's all right.
I think he moved the chains.
Did he? He did.
Yeah.
Take his pads off, set him down.
Let's see. You don't want him too banged up. Oh, thunder and lightning again.
Again. Right back. Yeah. Yeah, he's down. Yeah, take his pads off and get him some treatment. He's got
down as well.
We got papers flying in the stands.
Yeah, he's down again. Trying to stretch it out.
Yeah.
Definitely looks like a hip flexor. The young man wants to compete, especially coming off that monster game last week. Hands the ball off again. That time it was sniffed out by the Bobcats. Just got it busted through the offensive line there.
Yeah,
I wonder why Barry's sitting on the sideline as well. I don't know what's going on here or there. Maybe he's a little banged up as well.
Yeah, I don't think he's had 10 towards him.
Goes for the ball. Gets his man
We love that play.
across the middle of the field. Basically, the receiver just kind of finds a gap in the defense and sits down.
Yep, sneak the running back out, make the linebacker go with him, and sneak right behind him. Wrap the mic.
He's up third down. Third and short. I wonder what they're going to try to do. Try to go for here. Toss the ball.
Good fake.
Great fake on his feet. Still running. Across the first down to the 30. First down and then some.
Good fake. I think he's got the old school swag going on with the high socks and what's that, 3 lines in there?
I believe so, yeah. Throw back to the 90s there.
Yeah.
Calling for the ball in the gun as Donovan Riddick hands the ball off. McAdoo making something happen. Kind of went backwards there. Should maybe have called the play dead a few seconds earlier, I think.
Yeah. Timeout.
Taking liberties there.
Injury timeout for who?
Looks like we've got a down Bobcat.
Yeah. Didn't see him there.
I mean, you know, that it's starting to get chippy. Usually does around the third quarter.
That is truth.
The West Virginia University women's soccer team will be back in action here at Dickerson Stadium for a 6 o'clock kickoff against the Alderson Province Battlers.
You know, right now, Donovan's been sacked. Donovan Riddick has been sacked twice. Only has 116 yards and 1 touchdown. So he only has a long of 21. So you got to wonder what he's not really. Well, he's really killed him on the ground, is what he's killed him at today.
Something's bound to happen.
Yeah, I don't know if Barry Hill is still banged up, but he hasn't had a single reception all game. So you've got Joe Fielder sitting at 94 yards. McAdoo sitting at 66. Riddick is at 54.
And they're all above 6.
Yeah.
All above 6.0 each carry.
Yeah. We're taking a media timeout on the field. So I mean, a little bit different. You know, you've got some guys that are looks like the trainer sitting with Barry on the sideline there. Just got to eat there the other day. I don't normally go out to eat there that much, and I tell you, it was really good. It was
Where was that?
Cookout.
Yeah.
One of the best chicken sandwiches I think I've ever had in my entire life there the other night.
Yeah, Cookout numbers got good stuff. I like their milkshakes. Don't try to drink them with a straw.
No, you cannot.
No, I didn't tip it.
You cannot. Brings up 2nd and 8. Your whole playbook is wide open.
Yes, it is. Have fun with it.
Fake handoff, going through his progressions, finds his man. Ooh.
He was wide open the whole way.
He was. But, so that was it looks like Donovan is actually a little bit off throwing the ball today. Going deep.
Got him that time.
Right as I said it, though, touchdown Yellow Jackets.
Confetti is in the stands.
Confetti is everywhere. The alums love their football here at Wesleyan State University. And that gives Wesleyan State University, I believe, a lead for the first time in the game.
Yeah, 23-21. You're absolutely right. Wesleyan came down and scored first. Or did we? No, they. I think we came down, scored, then they answered 2 of them. And then we started playing catch up.
So. And with that point after, West Virginia State University 24, West Virginia 20. West Virginia Wesleyan 21 with 5 minutes and 58 seconds left in the third quarter.
Little error on the scoreboard.
A little bit of an error on the scoreboard. If you're wondering what froze me there for the people watching at home, the scoreboard went a little bit wacky just now. But not as wacky as the food at Cookout. Oh. Which, I mean, really honestly, if you're going to enjoy milkshakes, you're running out of milkshake weather at this point, so you probably want to hurry up and get there.
I'd say within the next week or two, if that.
You know, but you got to wonder. You always get those weird, like, week in November where it's like 80.
Absolutely.
Know? It never fails.
Here in West Virginia, it's almost common.
It's the weirdest thing. You'll literally wake up 88 degrees. 2 days later, it rains. It's down to 60. Then you wake up by the weekend, you got like
snow.
Yeah, like 3 foot of snow outside.
It's like you can get everything within
1 week.
Get every weather within 1 week.
1 week. Yeah, you get the whole spectrum. There's nothing like it.
You may start your Monday off shorts, Tuesday rain jacket.
I've heard, working in service industry, I've heard of horror stories of people coming from out of town and not being prepared for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There is no place like it. Wild and wonderful West Virginia. I can't wait to you're starting to see the beautiful fall colors come out. I mean, just a gorgeous day for football.
You can get to see them.
The wind caught that a little bit. Oh!
Ooh.
That was just a razor's edge right there of almost turning bad for the Bobcats.
Yes, that code went very, very, very bad.
Luckily, it kind of bounced off his foot and out of bounds, because if it had went the other way into the field, that would have been
playing.
Yeah, detrimental.
Kickoff is fumbled out of bounds. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats. And they're on 28.
So we'll see how this defense goes. Looking downfield. Oh,
big.
Big pick. Off the hands of his receiver.
Yep, as soon as he dropped that, I knew it was a pick. He was right there waiting for it.
Just right there, just great positioning by the defensive back for State. And you can hear the crowd just erupting here. And that brings up a first down for the Yellow Jackets in great field position.
I just like how they all come around him, dab him up, show him love, and pat him on his back.
And ready, making something happen. Breaks loose, free down the field across the 30, still on his feet, gets tackled from behind.
He came out the pocket, a little stumble, fixed his helmet, and just
the pocket kind of collapsed a little bit. I don't think there was a design run.
Yeah. You see that blitz, beat the blitz.
And there was nobody around him. Riddick back in the gun. As always, hands the ball off. Finds some space. Running is McAdoo. And across into the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia State University.
And here comes that second half storm.
It's academic.
That second half is something you can't prepare yourself for.
No, the crowd loves it. Still, wait a minute. Looks like they're bringing it back.
Oh man.
I would say blocking the back. I don't have the call from the line judge, but usually when you see that many yards given back, it's usually a 15-yard block in the back penalty. So that'd be 1st and 10. You hate to see that.
See what they can get out of this.
1st and 20. That's exactly what. Or 10 yards, so it could have been holding. Hands the ball off. Stinger did not like that. Gets the ball to a screen. Makes something happen. Makes the first man miss. And he's to the 10. He's in the end zone.
Right back. Wow.
The second time was good. That's winner chicken dinner on that one. Just like the kind of chicken sandwiches you get at Cookout.
Now that kind of just hurts you as a team.
That hurt. Not because basically they scored the first time. You think you've got something going as a defense, and then to come right back on a one-play drive and just score is just deflating for your defense.
Yes, it is.
And the crowd, I guess, are out of confetti. They wasted it on the first one, but they definitely didn't need it on the second one because. Now, we call it a two-prong running attack because it's mainly Fielder and McAdoo. But Joyce definitely, he's no slouch in the backfield either.
No, he is not.
He gets a little bit overshadowed by the other two running backs, but, when his number is called, he takes advantage of every single time his number is called, just like that.
Play ball.
So Barry was in on that one. Looks like the trainers are still working with him. You got to wonder what's going on there.
Yeah.
Now, I talked about it first game of the season, and it's true as it is. It's not how good you are, how good each individual player is. It's who can stay healthy for how long. And you see that throughout all of athletics, from pro to Division I, Division II. It doesn't matter. Semi-pro, you can have the best players in the world. If they can't stay healthy, it's hard to win.
It's not going to work. Absolutely. You are right. That's the big part people miss out on. Yeah, you got this player and that player, but can that team stay healthy all the way through?
And nice kick.
Yes, it is.
Fields it at the 10, across the 20, gets loose, trying to make something happen. Still on his feet, across the 50, gets pushed out, gets tackled at the 40. Just a great return for the Bobcats, showing they still have life. It's only a 10-point game with 5 minutes left in the third. This game is far from over.
Way far from over.
Now
a whole lot of time left.
This depleted defense has to come out.
Yeah, they haven't seen the field in.
No, they've had plenty of time to rest, though.
Yeah.
But they're starting at, they've got their backs pushed against the wall here by that great return from the special teams of the Bobcats. Looking for direction. You can see a little bit of inexperience in the secondary, but that did not matter.
I see him, but that's the only thing counting.
2-yard loss on the play. 2nd and 12.
We'll bring up 2nd and 12. Looking for the ball. Tries to get something short. I don't think that was a catch. I will say this about Payne. He really doesn't go through his progressions.
Yeah, it's one side, and
It's-
pick your
yeah.
poison. Whether you want to throw this or you want to throw it away.
He's basically knows his receiver for the ball, which he doesn't. isn't the best way to do it. Usually you like seeing that head movement, their shoulders get square. But I mean, and he's got a great arm though. You can't take that away from him. Great athleticism, but I mean, he's not really going through his reads like you would normally see. Calls for the ball. That time he did.
Oh.
And he got just a great slant play across the middle there.
He was surprised he caught that.
Oh, it got put right in his hands.
Yes, he did. He was surprised he caught that himself.
Well, that time you saw a great head movement from the young man.
4th down and 2.
Now they have one of the best 4th down conversion ratings in the Mountain East Conference. Putting a man in motion. Oh, they're saying no call from the line judges. Both teams are saying movement happened up front, but there was no flags.
Here they come.
There it is.
I've seen it.
There it is.
Here they come.
Just controlling the line of scrimmage was the Yellow Jackets that time. I've been saying it all game. When are we going to start seeing that signature pass rush? And even with depleted line as we have right now, you're still seeing one of the best sacking teams in the conference, in the nation, on this field here today, and you can see why.
Yes.
First and 10 Jacket from 41.
And that hurts. That was a turnover on downs. You're giving the Yellow Jackets great field position on an offense that has looked unstoppable the last 2 drives.
That is true. They got Dylan out here with a whole lot of yard left.
They do.
Normally got him in the red zone.
And that was Fielder back on the field, running again.
McAdoo on the carry.
Oh, was that McAdoo? McAdoo, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Fielder wears 70. He wears 17. Yeah. Sometimes when he cuts to the field, it's kind of hard to see, but that was McAdoo. The lightning tandem of Thunder and Lightning out there. Dylan down the bottom of the field. Usually see him for the jump balls in the end zone.
Yeah.
Hands the ball off to McAdoo. Finds the seam. Crossed the 40, making something happen. Didn't make it to the 40 though. I thought he was gonna break that tackle.
They both run the same. They get down the field.
That was back-to-back McAdoo runs, right?
Yeah. No Southwest.
Just like if you go 2 for Tuesday at Geno's, 2 in a row.
Right there.
Right there. Donovan calls for the ball, going through his reads. Doesn't like what he sees, tries to make something happen. Gets a shoestring tackle there at the end.
Yeah, big fella got him.
Riddick is sacked in the backfield by Franklin Branch. Loss of 3 yards.
That was a loss of 3 yards.
Wesleyan 46.
I don't know if technically that was a sack because he was out of the pocket basically, so he was actually a runner. So I think it's just considered a loss of tackle for loss. In today's game, you really got to officiating at any level for football with all the mobile quarterbacks is pretty tricky because once they pass a certain threshold, they're no longer a quarterback.
They make you do your
Designed
job.
to run that time, find some seam up the middle, cross to the 40.
Way to get down under.
Cross to the 40. See what that will. I believe it's 3rd and 5. 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7 for the Wesleyan 40.
3rd and 7 for the Yellow Jackets. Manageable. Right outside of field goal range. So even if you don't get the first down, you could maybe try to get some points.
A little something here. There's timeout, Wesleyan.
There is a timeout on the field. Wesleyan called the timeout. I mean, States came out, pretty controlling in the second half. Of course, it's West Virginia State University 31. next game. The mountain should be a beautiful color by then.
Yeah, that's the. It definitely should be.
So I mean, State has a beautiful campus.
We home next week?
I think we're the week after.
Yeah.
I will
Concord.
make. Yep. I'll make the announcement here in a second. Looking downfield is. Oh,
Lost it.
there's just enough of a wind. You can see the trees. You've seen them on the kickoff. You've seen it affect the kickoffs, and that just really just caught by the wind there. Our next home game will be October 22nd, and we'll be taking on Concord University, and kickoff is set for 1 p.m. And the Jackets will punt. A low snap.
Wow.
Almost blocked. Again, I think what we're seeing, talking about the ugly, but and it takes a bounce favorable to the Bobcats. I don't know why that keeps happening. It's like the wind just hates us today.
No, I think it hit the back of one of our players, and then number 85 picked it up and thought it hit off of Wesleyan and tried to run it. But no, yeah, we definitely are keep getting the bad bounces, huh?
It's you see the wind blowing right there. There is a light breeze.
Yeah.
And you can see on the goalpost as well.
Andrews got downstairs pretty quick.
See what happens here. Can State come up with another stop?
If they can come up with another stop and punch it in, it'll kind of deflate a 0-5 team.
You've got to wonder how long they can hold on here. I mean, they're playing with Bobcats have been playing with a lot of emotion, a lot of heart.
Yeah.
Looking downfield, kind of an ugly pass.
That's a flag.
That was, never really had his eye on the ball. He kind of honestly made the contact with his feet. If you paid attention, he had his hands up, but it was enough to draw a penalty. Which paid, started off pretty well, but he's only had like 33 yards this entire half. It's been a testament to the Yellow Jacket defense, and they've kind of cranked it up a notch.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
Of course, like I said, you've got your anchors. Your anchors on the other side are out, Jalen Jones and Jeremiah Covington Griggs. So it's you got to kind of gel with the guys you play with as well. And they're kind of getting in the rhythm out there. And you see a nice rush, nice breakdown, and another sack.
Here they come.
I think that was all of the defensive line, actually.
I think they all get a tally mark for that.
Hey, you know what? Our main guys are out, but we're going to play together as a unit, and that was tackling as a team right there.
Yes, it was. I think that's been a big part of it.
And that brings our number of sacks to 3.
What are we averaging? 3.5?
I think 3.5 or 4, right in that bubble. I mean, it puts us as one of the top defenses in the nation, and the number 1 in the Mountain East in sacks.
There they come again.
Trying to freeze that pass rush with a nice run. Breaks it out, though, almost. Gets a first down. To the 50-yard line go the Bobcats. Which will bring up 3rd down. It's a 12-yard run from the Bobcats. 3rd and 6. Manageable. And that brings up the end of the 3rd quarter.
End of the 3rd, absolutely.
West Virginia Wesleyan 21.
Take this time to thank our sponsors, of course. Cova Insurance, Gino's Pizza and Spaghetti House, Gomart, Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling, Baird Financial Services, Cookout, and And, of course, the home of the best biscuits and gravy in the Kanawha Valley, Tudor's Biscuit World.
I want to argue with Susie's, but everybody doesn't know about a Susie, so I'll stick to Tudor's.
Well, Tudor's.
I haven't had Tudor's in a while, though.
It's a West Virginia tradition.
It is.
It's pepperoni rolls, biscuits, and gravy.
Yeah.
Both of which can be found at Geno's and Tudor's. So coming into this game, this will put the Yellow Jackets 4-2. The only losses they have so far this year from Frostburg, which was a hard-fought game, and then they did get taken apart by Notre Dame. Which Notre Dame, number 12th ranked in the country right now, NCAA Division II, and sitting the top of the Mountain East, and is favored to win the Mountain East this year, and favored to go deep in Division II playoffs. So State actually having a, so far, pretty successful season.
Getting things done.
Payne back in the gun. Again, getting pressure. Got to kind of wonder about number 60 there. Kind of mugged our defender.
Yeah.
There was a no call, but I mean, I guess where it was fourth down, they just kind of let it play. But I mean, I've never seen a pancake from the back. Usually it's from the front.
Front, so right.
That's basically blocking the back, but kind of a non-starter there. At least in my opinion it was. But and punt.
Got that one out quick.
Did against the wind though. You're still seeing it. Just those. It's like the ball's fighting itself through the air. Decent starting position for State. They don't really have to do anything too crazy. They're leading by 10 points, 14 minutes and 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Donovan Riddick, 10 of 18, 55% completion rating, 177 yards and 3 touchdowns. So he came into the half, kind of having a pedestrian game, and he's kind of turned it on in the last drive. The third quarter was big for him.
Yes, it was. He did have a really good game that first half. Maybe homecoming in the spirits, but everybody shakes.
Just a little hand off to McAdoo. Kind of nothing. Still on his feet fighting. Great second effort for McAdoo.
I think he lost a couple. Yeah.
He almost lost more than that though.
Yeah.
I thought he was down at the first line contact there, but lost 2 yards. Could have been 6. Donovan calling for the ball. Hands the ball off again. Finds a crease up the field. Still on his feet.
You cannot arm tackle him.
No.
You can't arm tackle none of them.
No, just.
I'm gonna be honest. I keep saying arm. You can't arm tackle in college football.
No.
Arm tackling will not get you a tackle.
No.
And if it does, that person tripped up himself.
Or you're just freakishly huge.
Yeah.
You're just a freak of nature athlete. Up the middle is Jones.
He was leaving his helmet, that crown. But yeah, arm tackling it doesn't work. You've got to put shoulders on a player or wrap up and hold on.
And hands the ball off again, finds a crease, still fighting on his feet, almost to the 50-yard line.
I want to say he coughed the ball up. No,
I think he was down when it came out. He was down when it came out. That was Jones again. I don't really know what to call the tandem of McAdoo and Jones. I mean, maybe we go with biscuits and gravy. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different. McAdoo finding a crease, still on his feet. Just rumbling and bumbling.
Well, you got to find a name for them. You don't think on this.
I don't necessarily know who is technically faster between Fielder and McAdoo, but usually you see a heavy run from Fielder, then you see McAdoo come in and get a finesse run. That's why I call him Thunder and Lightning. But I mean, truth be told, McAdoo can run hard as well. And just like I was talking about, hard-fought yardage from McAdoo.
Yeah, they're running it down the middle, running the time down.
Yeah, they're not in any hurry to do anything other than what's working.
Yeah.
Jones is checked back in the game.
I mean, we shot up 10 points quick.
I mean, you basically have 3 great running backs. I mean, so before Jones sometimes gets overshadowed by the other 2, but I mean he's great complementary back. And then when you have a running back like Fielder who's injured right now, you can still run the 2-headed monster out there.
Yeah, I firmly believe that they could start or be in rotation with any other conference team we have here.
Just a great pitch play. I wouldn't necessarily consider that to be an option, but he still kind of froze the defense a second. They didn't know if he was keeping it or not. Kind of like a pitch option. I mean, option, it's a full side. You kind of really have the ball tucked. You didn't really have the ball tucked at all, but just a quick heads-up pitch play.
Well, this is the thing here. For Wesleyan, are you trying to get back in the game fast, or are you still just going to play the game how you normally play it?
I don't know if they can.
Right. I
haven't seen him.
Good kick.
Yeah. So that's with the wind. You really haven't seen him. Except for the 140-yard play that was kind of like just a break, because our defender got beat on that play, which hasn't happened after that.
Yeah.
You really haven't seen any big dynamic plays. They've gotten lucky on penalties, and they've moved the ball consistently, but they haven't really, got big chunks of yardage. Slow and steady.
Yeah.
Slow and steady, like the way you have to drink cookout milkshakes.
Huh. You can't drink them things.
No, you have to.
You got to get you a spoon.
I mean, this game is, as of right now, it's the Yellow Jackets game to lose. 11 minutes, 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. West Virginia State University 31, West Virginia Wesleyan 21. If the pass rush continues, I don't know if this is going to be much of a game moving forward.
Yeah, it could get.
He wants to get back in the game, though.
Yeah.
I mean, the man is a gladiator.
It's great to see, because you got a warrior, but you can also hurt you.
Yeah, you don't want, especially a talent. Like that. Which McAdoo's no slouch, Jones no slouch, but Fielder just has a dominance when he takes off with the ball.
Yeah.
Not only can he make you miss, but he can also just basically walk over you.
Run straight through you.
Yep. Payne in the gun, takes the ball, finds his man quick. No going. Again, not really reading the field, kind of knowing where the ball goes before it's snapped kind of play.
It's almost like his coach tells them where to throw it. That, or he only trusts his, I'm not for sure. You're playing a guessing game with somebody you don't know.
Yeah, but going into this game, I'm not too versed on Wesleyan. Finds his man, and then that kind of, I really wouldn't even say, because it's kind of like that was a design play. They took the top off and put a man-to-man, underneath.
Yeah. I don't think they got a lot of plays, because I want to say that's the second time I've seen them do that.
Yeah.
Second, third.
I would not. kind of just moving that ball slowly again. Nothing really major.
I don't know what they got going on. And there is 10 minutes left.
I mean, a lot of football left for a 2-score game. I mean, you know, you need a touchdown and a field goal. You think they'd have a little more higher pace. So kind of didn't really go through his reads again. They're just kind of going for one play. I mean, it's not very dynamic. Brings up 3rd and 2. I mean, you're going to assume it's going to be a run play. Attacking between the tackles like they've done all game.
Yeah.
But even if you get a first down here and you just get a few yards, I mean, it doesn't really help your cause, you know? Because you have to do it all over again. It's a hard-fought first down. Finds his man.
Slant,
yeah.
5-yard ends is their go-to.
That's essentially been their entire offense all game. Which, I mean, it's put 21 points on the board, but
I think can get you no wins.
Move the chains, though. Move the chains. See what happens here. Takes the handoff, goes up the middle of the field, trips. If he hadn't tripped, he probably would have got a few more yards there. That's been the one successful part of their offense is attacking in between the tackles.
Their little go-to spot.
2nd and 7 from the 45.
He's up 2nd and 7. Your whole playbook is wide open. You've got to assume they're going to take a shot down the field, though. Oh, almost bobbles the snap. Nothing going. Gets pressure. Tries to make something happen. I think. Looks like the receiver. Yeah, bobbled and caught his own reception there. Great heads up play from the defender. Great heads up play from the receiver. To not let the defender make a play on the ball. And that will move the chains for the Bobcats. Flag on the play.
Offensive.
Looks like false start. That's definitely not what you wanted to see when you're
First down.
moving the ball so slowly.
Yeah, not when you hit slow movement.
Eight minutes and 25 seconds left as the clock continues to tick here in the 4th. Payne looking for the sideline for the play. Surveying the field. Calls for the ball. Goes through his reads that time. Finds his man. No going. The receiver could not get underneath the ball. You know, from the outside looking in, it looks like State's defense has made adjustments at the half, as where the Bobcats' offense hasn't.
No, yeah, you're absolutely, yeah.
Payne trying to find something going. Finds his man.
10, about 12 yards. They take an out route. Anything other than that, it's an in route.
Yeah, and when you have the lead, I mean, you're kind of giving them the underneath.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to bring up 3rd and 3.
Yeah.
3rd and 3.
2.
3rd and 2. Which, I mean, you got to assume you're going to run the ball. But it looks like they're going 0. No, there's a running back there beside Payne. No,
So
off the pass. Has something down the sideline. Nothing going.
Either.
No, the defender's head was on a swivel. His hands were up. They actually seen really good play from their secondary this game.
Yeah.
They've made big plays when they needed to.
I still think they're getting beat just a little step, but with the lack of skill, you can kind of hide it. And then when you know you're kind of getting some pressure on the quarterback now, it's kind of
Yeah.
in your favor.
Well, I think, normally we have such a good pass rush. They're kind of – the ball's coming out before it's ready to begin with, and we're not
Right.
really having that right now.
Ooh.
Just, again, another great play from – I think it was a linebacker, actually. That was just a heads-up play from the defender.
What was that, 32? C.J. Lipford.
We have called names we have never called
Senior.
before today on defense, for sure.
Yes, we have.
And that's a great sign.
Yes, it is. Not something you don't want to do. It's something you do want to do,
Even
but it's good.
Even as banged up as State's D is, they're still playing to the same level that they have played all season.
A couple of little mess ups in the first half, but that, as you said, that the second half has been showing that.
No, they've gotten pressure on the quarterback. They've hit their game average, so they're not going to lose any ranking defensively. One of the best defenses, if not the best defense, pass rush defense in the Mountain East, and one of the best pass rush defenses in the country.
Way to come back to the ball.
Just a great play. Yards after the catch. Believe the fraternity with all the guys, you see all of our players with the red highlights. Alpha Kappa Alpha is the fraternity that those players are representing out there today for homecoming.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Thanks, because I definitely did not understand that. Seven minutes.
Of course, our score is West Virginia State University 31 and West Virginia Wesleyan 21. Hands the ball off, finds a seam, still on his feet, running, taking the whole team with him down the field. And that was Jones. Just talented running backs here at West Virginia State University.
Gain of 6, 2nd and 4 from the Wesleyan 39.
Reset on call. Let's see what comes out. Maybe a run play. Yep.
Oh yeah, they're definitely just.
Yeah, they're just knocking the clock down.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything special. You've moved the ball, flag on the play. After the play,
56 literally just took his helmet off of 52. Wesleyan 56 literally just took the helmet off of West Virginia State 50. I don't think I.
After the play, personal foul. Defense number 56. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Like he so kindly took it off and just handed it and dropped it.
I don't. Yeah, that wasn't like a violent act. It was just a disrespectful act. Great control from State there, but I don't really think the player really knew. Like, was it a disrespectful act? I mean,
Yeah, I've never seen that one.
It was a penalty, though. I'm not arguing in favor of State. I mean,
I'll take the 15 yards.
if I was his coach, I would ask, well, why did you do that?
Yo, what's your reasoning?
Yeah, like, did you just
Suck me.
was his helmet foaming? Like, I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely taunting, definitely poor sportsmanship. I mean, theoretically. 5 minutes, 38 seconds left as the clock continues to tick in the fourth quarter.
Off defensive.
Yeah, it looks like there was offsides there. Free play.
It's starting to get a little dirty.
It's getting chippy.
Offside.
But, I mean,
Defense
Wesleyan really
number 99. 5-yard penalty, first down.
I think that's coming to an end. I think State's starting to pull away.
Yeah, you start seeing the light at the tunnel get a little bit smaller and smaller.
There are no easy games in this division. I mean, Addison Broadus finally got a win. I believe they finally got a win. I think I was looking at the stat line earlier, but if not, they were almost a winless. They were a winless team. So Wesleyan comes in winless, but still hard-fought games over the last 2 weeks for Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets were able to pull out or pull away in the fourth last week, and those nasty conditions up in Philippi, West Virginia, that rainstorm. Just a great run again from
Yeah.
State, controlling the line of scrimmage.
That rainstorm was something else.
Affected the play. I mean, it's just a sloppy ball all the way around until the third kind of lightened up around the end of the third, beginning of the fourth, and State was able to put something together offensively. This game has been tight. It was tight all the way through the first half, but State's defense has stepped up. They haven't, Wesleyan hasn't scored once in the second half.
At all. Not even close.
No.
Yeah, I noticed their coach started yelling at like halftime when they were up and took the lead. Maybe it was just to fire up his team, but that's kind of something you don't do.
I don't know.
Because it is just halftime, and you've proven nothing.
Yeah, there's still a lot of football left to play, especially in college.
A whole lot of football. Not only that might just spark fuel in the team you're playing.
Well, I mean, that blocked kick was big for them going into the half, but
Yes, it was.
gave them daylight. But it looks like State has turned the lights off pretty much, with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fourth. Even a field goal here kind of puts it out of range because you haven't seen anything.
Yeah, no life.
Out of the Wesleyan offense.
I don't want to fake that one.
Yeah. But, I mean, they're just playing. Coach Penn just taking it conservatively. I mean,
Yeah.
you're not. 3rd and 7. They might try the jump ball to Dillon.
That is true. He has been in the game.
Checking in 13. Riddick looking at the sideline for the play. Another thing you've noticed is, really, what's been kind of odd is State's
Timeout.
defense has kind of moved
West Virginia
methodically.
State.
What
Their
they
first
do.
timeout of the second half
Really
converts
slow
to a media
Yeah.
timeout.
Still no huddle. It's still fast, but it's not what it has been.
Yes, you're right.
But I think the reasoning for that is you've got a lot of young guys on defense, and you need to let them rest so that they.
We aren't looking for just any college students. We want passionate, curious, hardworking multitaskers. The strongest West Virginians. Those who work, parent, and go the extra mile because they wouldn't have it any other way. Those who want professors to know them by name. And those who know that a fast-paced life is best navigated with a family who has your back. We are West Virginia State University. And if this is you, you're one of us.
Making sure those guys are getting plenty of rest.
That's what you call coaching.
That is what you call coaching, adapting.
Adapting, coaching, and understanding your players.
Yep. It's one thing when I get the opportunity to speak with Coach Penn, it's one thing I always say is we talk about losses and wins. When there's a loss, the first person he blames is himself. The first person he says, I didn't do this right or this wasn't right. I mean, just great guy. Again, not saying any other coach in this division isn't a great guy. I've had the honor of spending a lot more time around Coach Penn than I have
Others, absolutely.
other coaches.
Understand.
Never to.
But through 4 quarters, we still got a decent crowd, even though they've understood the
homecoming.
score.
That's one thing our alums like. When you graduate from here, it's a community.
Yes,
People
it is.
love this school.
3rd and 8 for the Yellow Jackets from the West Virginia.
For a lot of West Virginia State graduates, sometimes you're the first person in your family to go to college, and so it's a very special feeling to graduate from here.
Yeah.
Oh, great pitch play! Just a great shades of Geno Smith and Tavon Austin in the Orange Bowl. Just a great quick pitch, jet sweep, and I believe it's a touchdown. They're saying it's on the 1 yard or the right at the goal line. You got to wonder what they're gonna. They might just kick the field goal to play it safe, or they may just run it in.
That's a Yellow Jacket. First down.
Oh, so first down. It was enough to get the first down. 1st and goal.
Got a slant. I got a slant coming from number 11, Kedrick, or I got a handoff. I think this is going to be a handoff or or a one-step slant over from Kedra.
Maybe, or Donovan just keeps it and runs it in.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Nope.
Wow.
Handoff. Yep. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets, and that may be the proverbial nail in the coffin. And more confetti.
Hey, somebody's letting this confetti go.
We got a lot of confetti today.
Oh, it went up and over us.
I'm pretty sure that mathematically speaking, I believe that's ball game.
Yeah.
Especially with how slow the Bobcats offense has moved and how they've been shut out this half.
I mean, there's 2:44 on the clock.
Oh, Bobble's the...
He's going to score that, too.
I think he is. He's going to take it to the house. Makes it in the end zone for the two-point conversion. 39-21. 2 minutes and 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. West Virginia State University 39, West Virginia Wesleyan 21. That is pretty much, I don't think they're coming back from this.
No, not with 2:44 on the clock. And
the homecoming crowd is going crazy here right now. You know, going into the season, you know, of course, Dante Jones was an All-American fullback, running back that graduated last year, and you wondered how, on the sidelines, as a matter of fact, you wondered how, you know, the state's running game was going to bounce back, and they have in spades. I mean, we have one of the best running games in the division. It's a little bit skewed because we have basically three guys that can run the rock, but between the three guys, they're over 800 yards rushing.
Yeah. And that speaks a lot about your your line and your running backs too.
Yeah. And if you throw Donovan in there, who averages 50, 60 yards a game as well, I mean, you've got one of the most dynamic running offenses in the Mountain East. And our defense, you know, has stepped up. I mean, the first half it looked a little shaky with those young guys out there, but and the backups in, but they have stepped up this game. Pre-COVID, they had a really good year, and then through COVID, and then after that, it's been a little weird. Sports, I think we've talked about this before. Sports have been a little bit weird on the college level over the last couple of years. So it feels we're getting back to normal.
Yes, back to normal life, all the way around.
Yeah. So we got to see what Wesleyan has dialed up. We haven't seen any kind of big plays, and again, you know, it's almost like they know the receiver before the ball is hiked. And he's going through his reads that time. Doesn't like what he sees. Takes off running.
I didn't know he had that much in his tank.
I mean, he's big. He's big quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, not very fast. But able to make something happen. Looking downfield, that time doesn't really like what he sees. Pressure's still coming. Tries to get the ball off.
Oh, he picked it.
And it is a pick. And he's at the 20. He's at the 10. Call him gone. He is in the house. Touchdown. West Virginia State University.
Wow. He literally jumped up and exploded to get that.
Just a great way to cap off. Just a great way to cap off that defensive series, and just finish it off. If the nail, well, we'll see what's going on here. If the nail was in the coffin, that was the dirt on the grave.
Results of the play is a touchdown. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, West Virginia State bench. That 15 yards will be added to the succeeding kickoff.
Kickoff.
Yeah. Celebration, maybe.
Maybe they passed that. Maybe you see that white line right there that looks like.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, they were all past it.
Trivial at this point, honestly. I mean, kind of silenced the crowd there for a second.
It
Though.
did.
Yeah.
That's good. I don't think they put the points on there yet.
I don't think so. That if the last drive was the nail in the coffin, that was the dirt on the grave. You can definitely call this game over.
My guy, you got these sayings that they just come out of the woodworks.
It's
the truth though.
It's years of John Madden, sir. It's years of growing up listening to John Madden. And Jim Ross. Yeah, a lot of Jim Ross in there. West Virginia State University, 46. West Virginia Wesleyan, 21. 2 minutes and 12 seconds left in the fourth. And you got to wonder what what's going to happen on the ensuing kickoff here. If you're Wesleyan, you probably just want to run the ball and get out of here.
Get away as far as you can.
Because you don't want anybody to get hurt. You don't want to you've already taken an emotional roller coaster. You played so good in the first half. And then the second half come out here, and we've said it, I know I've said it 100 times, our second half team. I've heard it from the coach, heard it from the players. It's a great mentality to have.
I mean, I'll be honest, they scored what? 20, what did they score?
17 at the half. So, yeah. So,
wow.
and haven't let Wesleyan score once in the second half. Which, if Coach Penn was,
29 points, 30 points, really?
Played for the Rich Rodriguez Mountaineers, which if you ever remember those old Mountaineer teams, they were second half teams.
I'll be honest, I don't, but I have heard.
Second half teams, and really similar. You can see the shades of the Rodriguez style in a lot of things we do here at State with the way we run the ball, mobile quarterback, the spread offense. You see the heavy influences of that team and the way Coach Penn coaches and the way his teams.
When you're a second half team, that kind of it's like that. That's hard to play against.
Right, it really is.
Because it's like you figure a team out the first half, and then second half it's a whole different explosion.
Getting pressure, getting him out of the pocket, finds his man on the run. More of a desperation play that time. I mean, honestly, if to borrow a line, letting the quarterback cook, he's been pretty dangerous outside the pocket.
On the run, yes, he has.
I mean, I think I would have done more of that than these little short controlled passes they have been. Of course, I'm a commentator, he's a coach, but I mean, they've gotten some plays out of the pocket. Another one of those.
Ooh.
Just another one of those know where the ball's going before it goes plays. I mean, it's almost like he's the only receiver on the field when that happens.
Yeah.
I don't really think that style of offense works when you've got dynamic offenses in the Mountain East. I mean, it's zero back set. They're trying to make something happen, trying to get another score. Looking downfield. That's pretty much been their entire offense is clear out the top of the field, put it one-on-one in the center, and man-on-man. And that's great if you have a lead, or that's great early on in a football game. But I mean, I don't. Aside from that first play, I haven't seen a deep ball all game from them.
This is. Trying to find the nicest way to say it.
Inefficient and not effective. Going deep that time, almost picked off. Fans, I'd like to remind everyone that our next broadcast and our next home game here at Lake and Ray Field at Dickerson Stadium will be on October 22nd. West Virginia State University will be taking on Concord University. Kickoff is set for 1 p.m.
Why would you? Not going to talk about it.
Timeout.
Fans,
West
I'd also
Virginia
like to
State.
thank our sponsors.
Their second timeout.
One last
First-
time,
Second half.
Encova Insurance, Gino's Pizza and Spaghetti House, Tudor's Biscuit World, Gomart, Mullen Plumbing, Heating and Cooling, Baird Financial, and of course a home of the milkshakes you can't drink with a straw, Cookout, which is a favorite of me and my co-commentator here, Anthony Pittman.
What, 30 seconds?
When is the first basketball game, Anthony?
I believe it's November 12th. It's going to be the Earl Lloyd Classic that we always have. Earl Lloyd is actually the first African-American player to play in the NBA. And actually the first bench coach, I believe. Bench coach is in, I want to say full-time, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you don't feel free to, if you feel free to Google it and read up on it. But I believe he's also, yeah, I believe so.
Anthony, you are one of our star basketball players. You guys had an awesome season last year, making the NCAA tournament. We hope that success continues this year.
I'm trying to leave with some cutting down nets. You know, it's always definitely a special opportunity to get that far, to even put your team in the conversation of being in that tournament. But yeah, we definitely gotta come back and go for a deeper run.
Heard.
Gotcha.
So, 1 minute left in the fourth quarter. 0 back set. Trying to make something happen here. I don't know what. Looking downfield, beautiful pass. Just defended.
Could have got him an interception.
But there's
Yeah.
no need, and he made the smart play. Made the smart play. Didn't risk himself. Didn't risk pass interference. Just
Got it
knocked
down.
it down. Takes the ball back. Nothing going. Another sack.
Fumble. Oh, they got it.
No, he got it. That national ranking is still safe when it comes to pass rush, that's for sure. Still the number 1 pass rush in the Mountain East Conference, and I believe number 14 or 15 nationally.
I doubt they run another play. If so,
You've got to
hopefully-
think, just get out of here.
Yeah.
You're pretty much letting them tee off on the quarterback. I don't know why they're hiking the ball right here. That quarterback has been sacked, I believe, 4 or 5 times in the second half. And it looks like it's almost overthrew his receiver. 10 seconds left. It is a great day to be a Yellow Jacket. And we'd like to thank everyone for tuning in at home for this great homecoming game on this beautiful, beautiful fall day here on the gorgeous campus of West Virginia State University. Of course, at Lake and Ray Field at Dickerson Stadium. It's been an awesome day for football.
Yes, it has been.
Honestly, we're a little bit worried going into the half, but it's almost again gets sacked. You've got to wonder, 4 seconds left. You've got to wonder what the head coach of the Bobcats is thinking.
That's a turnover on downs. We're going to need and get out of here. I know we are.
Yep. So, State's going to come out and just kneel the ball. Go victory formation. Great pickup, great win for State. A lot of young guys on defense stepped up today. That's what they were hoping for. Really couldn't hope for a better game right now for State. Just a great day to be a Yellow Jacket. Starting to see the fans kind of find their way out of the stadium. And that is it. The game is over. Great homecoming week. great game, beautiful day. Everyone is excited. Just as the players just sit in the middle of the field to handshake. Spring State. Just a great. Well, that was an awesome game, everyone. We'd like to thank everyone for tuning in for this great homecoming week. Great game, great win for the Yellow Jackets. As always, I'm Justin Walker.
I'm Anthony Pittman.
Anthony, as much of a great game as that is, let's go get some great food. Let's go to Cookout.
Hey, I'm on it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
We aren't looking for just any college students. We want passionate, curious, hard-working multitaskers. The strongest West Virginians. Those who work, parent, and go the extra mile because they wouldn't have it any other way. Those who want professors to know them by name. And those who know that a fast-paced life is best navigated with a family who has your back. We are West Virginia State University. And if this is you, you're one of us.